So, Nick, Dusk, and Hunter, you guys saw Despicable Me 4. Let me get your thoughts on.
Sorry. I'm going back on therapy, and whenever I get a little bit angry about something, I'm trying to remember the exercises. Like, think about the things you're grateful for.
Gotta get that app that Mother's Milk has, and the boys.
that mindfulness app. It's like,
yeah.
Move forward with mindfulness.
Oh, I thought you were going to say banana. Or something.
Banana!
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I did not see this movie, but these guys
Quitter!
did. Yeah, so I was busy. I saw some other movies.
Yeah, busy my head. You're like, no, thank you.
So without giving too many details, Josh, what's your job again?
Well, I do a lot of things. I do the show. I do multiple shows actually a week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, sometimes Wednesday, reviewing multiple
motherfucker, you know what I mean.
To be fair, Nick, he does basically everything.
Yeah.
So he's allowed to dodge a bullet every once in a while.
What gives you the funding to dodge this? You son of a bitch.
So I'm just gonna say, since the three of us were the ones who saw it, I'll let you two go first, because once I start talking, I'm going to talk for a while. So whichever one of you wants to go first.
Did you think Despicable 3 was overdone? They had nothing left to say, and it was completely pointless. Boy, howdy, have you not seen Despicable 4?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, Dusk and I, like, God, we're like Timberlake and Fatone, because we're in sync right now. Because goddamn, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, you're like Kendrick and Cole on the Black Friday drop.
There you go. Nice. I was about to say, like, don't say Kendrick and Drake. Come on.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but it's like,
yeah. Right.
But
that would have been a compliment like 2 years ago.
Yeah, if the third movie was basically just spinning its wheels, it's just Universal Illumination making another one of these to cash in, sell a bunch more Minions plushies. This fourth movie, it's that again, but
worse.
It's that again, but so much more cynically done. It feels so much lazier that I am amazed at how much I liked both Minions movies. I'm in awe that if I had to give both the Minions and Rise of Gru a review, I would probably give them high stream it.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd probably be right there with you.
And even in this movie, it was like the only thing that works about this are some of the gags they have with the Minions. Those are at least genuinely funny and at least got a legitimate laugh out of me.
The Jello one did make me laugh. So I saw this in 3D, which I will admit did help.
Why did you waste your money?
Oh, well, I mean, free movie credit. So I was like, plus the next screening was like at 11, and I was like, I'm not missing Maxine for Despicable Me 4. So, so I saw this at 9:20 in the morning. Like I'm a fucking trooper. I saw this early. Here's the thing. Gru has the three kids, Agnes, Margot, and Lucy. Edith. That's right. Lucy's the wife. They already struggle enough to find something to do for those three kids every movie, and then you add a baby to it. So then it's like, fuck those kids. Like, now it's all about the baby, who doesn't really have a name, by the way. They just refer to the baby as Junior, which is weird. Like, they were too lazy to say Gru Junior. They're just like Junior. It's like, God damn it, movie. Will Ferrell, his French accent in here is so goddamn annoying. I cannot express enough how agitated I was.
Yeah, the two biggest things I can say about this movie is loud and it's annoying.
Yeah,
was like, my teeth were grinding like 20 minutes into this.
yeah. Like if Tiffany Haddish was a movie, it would basically be Despicable Me 4. like this.
Hey,
This
hey. Tiffany Haddish has talent.
She did Night School, motherfucker. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that shit.
So,
no-
what's the premise of this movie?
you want a plot? Okay.
So the movie would like to hear that too.
I mean, Dusk, I'll give you if you want to take a swing at the bat, man. Like, if you
Okay,
want to,
Sure, why not?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Sure,
yeah,
why
go
not?
ahead, Dust.
All right, this is the Holmes and Watson of
Oh,
movies.
Oh,
All right, so here's the plot. Gru and his family. Gru goes to a high school reunion because he used to be a villain. Remember when he was a villain? 3 movies ago. Well, back when he was actually kind of interesting character, and he's not just a beaten towel at this point who doesn't do anything at this.
Jesus Christ! Damn.
No, so yeah, he went to his reunion. He meets Will Ferrell's character, who's a villain. He's a villain. He used to be villain buddies with, and then the villain felt slighted, and he turned his body into a cockroach body for some reason. And the villain's plan is, I want to turn everybody into cockroach bodies because reasons. So the superhero agency, the anti-villain agency, decide to relocate him. They meet neighbors that don't matter. They meet new characters that don't matter, and then on a tertiary D level,
they introduce plots and subplots.
Sure.
Whatever
it laughably can be called plots. It's a piece of paper they wrote a note on and said, "Don't forget this part because we need to sell toys." And then the minions, they're like, "We're gonna pick 5 random minions, and we're gonna, for some reason, give them superpowers because I would have these bumbling morons be given powers." So they do,
But
and then it doesn't work out, so they leave and go. And then at one point, you go ahead.
To be fair,
Yeah,
that whole segment of the Mega Minions, that was the only time I laughed in this movie.
Oh, see,
Sure,
okay. Let me. I'm gonna push back on that, dude. I thought that was pain. Like, so I think the one minion gag, I think I laughed at 2. I laughed at the Jello mold because I thought that was funny. I laughed at the soda bomb in the vending machine. I thought that was funny. And that was about it. The whole Mega Minion thing, Dusk was 100% right. It's so ridiculous given that the anti-villain league is aware of how dumb the minions are, and you make them super powered. Like one of them literally,
they're Vought at this point.
One of them literally fucking Cyclops laser beams like through the equator, and I'm just and the movie just moves on to the next scene like no consequence at all, and it's like, god damn it.
Yeah, so Mega Minions are made. They discontinued the project because no duh, they're dangerous. All right, back to Gru and his family. Gru, now relocated. One of his neighbors has a daughter, and she happens to recognize him as the villain he used to be. And for some reason, she's like, "I'm going to expose you and you and your family if you don't help me," because I'm a big fan, by the way. "If you don't help me get a honey badger from the rival high school, and for reasons." And he's like, "Okay, I'll do it." And then he does it, and the badger's collar was tracked. So Will Ferrell has a buddy who tracks the collar, and then they find him, and then they steal his son, and then they turn his son into a cockroach, and then the cockroach fights Gru because he and his son don't get along, and then they do because he has a speech to his son that the speech decides to turn on the villain, and then they fight, and then they squish the villain, and then his kid gets turned back to normal, and then at the very end, he and the villain guy, he and Will Ferrell make up. And so they sing "Everybody Wants to Rule the World" at the AVL prison, who reveals all the villains for all the previous movies. And then the movie just stops.
You get cameos by all the villains, and the movie just cuts off.
So Dusk left out one very important thing, is that Dr. Nefario literally shows up for 10 seconds to cure his kid.
Yes, pretty much. He shows up literally there for a 10-second cameo.
Who is played by Jonathan Ramesh Ranganathan.
Hey, it's a paycheck.
Who is taking over from Russell Brand, who
wonder why.
rightfully so.
Yeah, like It's so funny though, does because it's literally 10 seconds. Like you
I
don't
know.
they don't mention Dr. Nefario.
No.
He's not like referenced. There's no picture on the wall. He just
No.
shows up, injects the kid, phrasing, and then goes, "All right, goodbye," and then just pieces out. And
Yep.
you never
As quickly as he came, he disappears. Literally blink and you'll miss him. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What did Lucy do? What did Margot do? What did Edith do? What did Agnes do? Oh, we don't have time for any of that, guys, because we have Stephen Colbert as Perry Prescott and Chloe Fineman as Patsy Prescott. You know, those new wonderful characters we want to introduce. We have Stephen Coogan as Silence Ramsbottom, you know, the retired director of the Anti-Villain League. We have Pierre Coffin as one of we have Principal Uberschmidt as Chris Renaud. We have John DiMaggio. We have all these great people. What about Joey King, Poppy Prescott? Y'all love Poppy, even though she wants to be a villain and gives a backstory for no reason to why she wants to be a villain. I can't imagine how you've missed out on all these opportunities in the story we just told you.
So here's the thing to piggyback off of Dusk. This is just lazy. And it's just like lazy at every fucking turn. Like, I didn't recognize it was Colbert until very late in the game. And I was like, wow, dude, this is an uninspired voice performance from you. Like, I was telling, I actually made a Facebook post about it earlier. I was like, I could name 30 kids films I would recommend to your kid before Despicable Me 4, and I literally listed I think 42 without Googling or Netflixing, just off the top of my head.
I could close my eyes and do like 50.
Yeah, like it's not hard. But one of the ones that he was in that I would highly recommend if you haven't seen is Monsters vs. Aliens. That's a great animated film, and Colbert is actually
he was the president.
And it's actually a pretty funny vocal performance. Will Ferrell, I know we mentioned him. Man, y'all, like I'm as big of a Will Ferrell fan.
We all love Will Ferrell. You don't have to defend that. We all love Will Ferrell. He's a classic guy.
But
and he's this guy right here, right?
Yeah, and like
he's slumming it.
Oh yeah, dude, he's slumming it like a motherfucker.
It's such a lazy and just over the top vocal performance that it was like listening to Holmes and Watson again.
Yeah, and that is one of the worst film theater experiences I've had in my life. I fucking hate Holmes and Watson. But watching this, I was just like, this is that kicking and screaming Will Ferrell, that Will Ferrell. I'm just like, dude, you just don't.
This is that semi-pro Will Ferrell.
Yeah, we're just like, damn, you are just not. Dusk is 1,000% right. Why is he a cockroach? It's never fucking explained. He's just like, oh well, you know, they're squishy, and it's like, well, so are ants, and ants technically would be stronger. So you think
so are slugs?
Like, I mean, that too. It's like there's no reason it should be fucking like it's.
Or if you want to fuck around, wasps.
Yeah, that's it. And let me just say this. I know how shitty this is gonna sound, but it's true. One of the jokes on Modern Family is how they can't understand Gloria half the time. Why do you hire Sofia Vergara to be a voice actress in this movie? It makes no fucking sense at all.
In Modern Family, she tried. She actually went to a vocal coach multiple times, and it just did not work, to the point when she actually got mad. I think it was around season 2 or 3 when they just started handing her scripts, and it was already accented for her. They had wrote it incorrectly to catch her accent, and she was like, "Why did you do that?" It's like, it'll make it easier for you to read, just so it'll match your tone. So we wanted to get it ahead of time, just to watch it. Why, in God's green earth, would you pick them as a voice actor?
It makes
no
sense.
Voice an animated cartoon where you need to enunciate.
Yeah, it legitimately makes no sense. Like, that is one of the things straight out the box. I was just like, cool, you guys really didn't care. And by the way, Despicable Me 3, since we've talked about it, that whole cliffhanger where Gru's twin brother Drew took half the minions to go back and be henchmen and take over the world, that is never addressed.
That'll be for Minions 3.
But right? it is never addressed. They just moved past it, and I just went, all right.
Like, because I've only seen the first Despicable Me in both of the Minions movies.
Oh, okay. So
it and it did not affect my viewing experience at all.
No,
So
not at all, really.
So it did honestly affect mine, because I think the second one with the second one is actually my favorite one, because it has a Benjamin Bratt's El Macho, who's the guy that you saw like in the prison with the giant medallion and the Lucha Libre mask. He's great because he's straight up like I'm a villain. I love being a villain. There's very few things that I actually love more than being a villain. And it's like, okay, this guy sucks, but he knows he sucks. Like that's awesome. Give me more of that. And this shit, and it's actually very endearing to watch Lucy and Gru their relationship in the second one, because it is actually very cute. But at this point, it's just like, man, it just feels like they've got nothing at this point. And I was talking to Nick off mic about it, because one of the things that's so frustrating is Ultraman Rising, which is a Netflix original film that just came out like 2 weeks ago. That's my number 2 current favorite film of the year. I fucking love Ultraman Rising. You should care more about kids and kids. Like, and I'm gonna be real, and a lot of people are gonna want to hear this. No other genre gets the rope.
So wait, the minions turn into a Fantastic Four in this or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly, Josh. Yeah, Josh, aren't you saying you can see it? But no other medium gets the rope that animation does, in the sense of exactly. It's like, it's like kids.
It's for kids, and I agree with you. It's like kids deserve better.
Yeah,
because there is bullshit.
Because there is better, and you know, and what you're saying by doing that is you're being condescending as fuck, because you're saying that animation doesn't matter. That's really what you're saying, because you're like,
you're giving people like fucking Amy Schumer the legs to just say, I don't really fuck with animation. It's it's just some dumb shit for kids.
Yeah,
like, which fuck you, Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
2.
Two.
Yeah, 2. Animation is such a beautiful medium. You can do so much with it. Like, look at movies like Inside Out 2, which is in my best of the year list. Movies like Spider-Verse, like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, like Ron's Gone Wrong, like the films of Laika, like fucking Aardman animation,
box trolls,
literally Studio
Kubo,
Ghibli.
2 Strings,
Missing like you
Link.
Just say Studio Ghibli and go like,
Ghibli,
Missing Link is great. Yeah, that's
it was really underrepresented. It didn't do well marketing, but it's a great film.
Yeah,
I mean, but the genre of animation is wide and vibrant and covers many genres, and is for adults. And it actually, Ultraman Rising reminded me a lot of what came out many years ago. Was when they did the CGI Astro Boy movie.
Yes,
that was actually very good.
Does, God damn it does. What is happening tonight? Yeah, I agree. And Ron's Gone Wrong is a prime example. You mentioned Kubo in the 2 Strings. Something that I brought up, obviously, I brought up something like Kiki's Delivery. Studio Ghibli literally proves that animation is fucking important. Like, you could literally just take their films in the conversation there. But when I see stuff on streaming, like this, it's so frustrating, because your kids do deserve better than this. Like, we raved about X-Men 97 and how amazing that is. Fucking Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is one of the best shows in the last couple years, and that's animated. It's so frustrating though to see a studio that has all these resources. Someone had the nerve, and I had to point this out, because they're like, well, come on, Hunter, this is like the 6th one, if you count the Minions films too. So A, there's that. But B, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, that's the 6th Shrek film. The original Puss in Boots, that's the 5th. And both of those are excellent. So it's like, I don't want to hear that shit. It's like, if you have a script.
It's like, what's the best Fast and Furious movie? It's the 5th one.
Yeah. So it's so I don't want to hear that excuse. Like, your kids really deserve better than this. So I mean, I'll go to my rating first because fuck
Sure.
it.
Mm.
Man, I actually, oh yeah, this scene was great because like he just catches it and he just beats it. Yeah, that made me laugh. like that. That's how I felt the writers. I was just like, but what I'll say is, I kept going back and forth, and I was like, man, is there any reason for me to not give this a waste of fucking film? And I was like, well, there's stuff I hate more this year. Like I hate Rebel Moon more. I hate Unfrosted more, but one of my biggest pet peeves outside of bad comic book films, The Crow, I'll see you in about a month, is bad animation, bad kids films. I really hate bad kids films. I still remember watching Mars Needs Moms and going like, wow, Disney, like someone needs to be shot out of a cannon for this shit. Like you should be ashamed of yourselves for putting this out. And that's how I feel about Illumination at this point. Like I understand the Minions make money, and unfortunately, at the end of the day, as much as me, Dusk, Nick, and I don't like this will probably make 800 million by the time its theatrical run is done.
Moana 2 comes out this year, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, that'll outgross it, especially if like it's even a little bit good.
I mean,
what did the last Despicable Me make?
They've all been.
Minions made a billy.
They both made like $1 billion. Like
Rise of Gru started a meme.
Started
like Gentle Minions.
Despicable Me 3, $1.035 billion there. The Minions movies also did really well. The Minions, The Rise of Gru, $939.4 million.
Yeah. So that's why they keep making these.
And I like that movie way more than I like this.
Oh, I do too. But there is definitely that point of one of my other friends, Nick, actually messaged me. He's like, dude, I like Despicable Me, but now I'm kind of like, man, if I knew the road we were going down by liking that. And it's like it does kind of make you have that conversation with yourself of, man, if they'd stopped at 3 or stopped even at 2, then this would be a different conversation that we're having. But Steve Carell, like once he didn't get that Oscar for Foxcatcher, it was like, fuck it, let me get paid, so but even talking about the stuff I like, that's a 10-minute, 15-minute at tops YouTube upload that you can find. This is a waste of fucking film. Like this just bothers me. And like the more I've been thinking on it, I saw this at 9, it's 8 now. The more I've been talking to people about it, because I had multiple friends with kids hit me up and be like, oh dude, is it really that bad? And I'm like, I would tell you to watch Ultraman. Like Flushed Away is on Netflix right now. You can watch that at home and not have to pay,
Kung Fu Panda 4 is on Peacock right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
And as much of a problem as I have with that movie,
movie is watchable.
It's watchable. That's the best way I put it. At least that one's watchable. Is it good? No. But is it watchable? Yeah.
I mean, I'd imagine at least some of the action stuff would at least
you could skip. Story's not great, but the action's good.
Okay, so see, there you go. Like, I just there aren't enough gags in here or action for me to even tell you that's worth going to a theater to see. Like, there's watch Monsters vs. Aliens, watch Flushed Away, watch that new Adam Sandler movie that he did about the turtle that I'm totally blanking on. That one's great. There's such better stuff that you can watch at home, and you can I know you can DoorDash popcorn from movie theaters now. So you could spend like $20 DoorDashing popcorn and save yourself the gas and the movie tickets and all that shit.
Just buy popcorn at a grocery store and like hit 2 minutes on your microwave.
Theater popcorn hits different, man. But yeah, this is a waste of fucking film. Like don't make these anymore. I mean, they will, because this will do well and they won't give a shit. But the last thing I'll say real quick, they made this joke taking a shot at Marvel and DC a couple weeks ago, like, oh, we're launching the Minions cinematic universe, and everyone's kind of like, haha, they dunked on DC and Marvel. And I'm like, y'all really think they wouldn't do this shit? Like they've made 2 Minions films already that are
was a threat.
spinoffs. Yeah, dude, exactly. It's like this is a promise of what you're gonna get if this shit's successful. So
Yeah,
like
they don't. This isn't. That's a threat.
yeah, like it's kinda,
Threat is an implication. It's like, no, this is what we're going to do if you don't stop us.
yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think audiences like, and this is the pretentious critic in me coming out. I don't think audiences are smart enough to not go see this. So this will probably make 500, 600 million on the low end, and they'll go.
Every fucking Jurassic World movie made $1 billion.
Exactly.
Audiences are fucking idiots.
So
right now, Despicable Me 4 is tracking for $112 million $5-day opening weekend. Here.
Now, is that
Excuse
just
me.
domestic, or
I think that's just domestic here.
oh,
Excuse
perfect.
me. Hold a second. Ah!
So you can probably add another 100 million for international, so that'll probably put it around 225, 250, which I can guarantee you they'd be happy with. So yeah, we'll probably get Despicable Me 5. So audiences, thank you. I used a free movie credit, by the way, so don't try to throw me spending money on this.
It says right here, so Despicable Me 4 did 20.4 million on July 4th. Which is 20% over what Minions Rise of Gru did on its July 4th back in 2022, which was 16 million.
Oh
So
man, yeah, we're doomed, y'all.
And it's also 61% over Despicable Me 3's July 4th.
Great.
12.7 million.
God damn it. Yeah, we are doomed, people. But yeah, this is a waste of.
Yeah, excuse me while I commit seppuku real quick.
Yeah, like. Waste of fucking film. Dusk is 1,000% right on every fucking criticism he had. There's no reason to watch this. There really isn't. It hasn't come out in wide release yet, but Robot Dreams is a really great A24 neon animated film that was nominated for an Oscar last year. Pinocchio that Del Toro put out, that's excellent. Like seriously, go just on Netflix alone and you will find Mutant Mayhem is on Paramount Plus. Like there's so much animated shit out there that's great that you can show your kids.
Tubi stuff, go Tubi, there's a lot of on free platforms. There's public domain.
Yeah, just don't watch this. Like this will end up on Peacock eventually. So if you have to see, if your kids are like, we need to watch it, just wait for Peacock.
Yeah, with this movie, and I'll give my review right now. It's like, this is a waste of fucking film. I only saw this because I realized it was coming out and my girlfriend wanted to see it with me. So I said, okay, we'll see it after I get off duty. We'll get brunch beforehand and we'll see the movie. And I knew that this movie was going to suck. But I had no idea how bad a time I was in for. It was like trying to, warn the general audience to not see this. I feel like Tom Atkins at the end of Halloween Season of the Witch. It's like, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it!
I legit went to the bar and tried to get a drink, and the bar wasn't open at 10 a.m. Shocker, and I was just like, God damn it! I was like I only missed like 2 minutes of it. It was right after this scene. Actually, I went like this was kind of my breaking point because they even start playing the Terminator 2 music, and I was just like, all right, cool, beer time, and they're just like, yeah, the bar is not open till 11. I was like, oh god damn it!
Fuck.
So
so you gave it a waste of fucking film, right, Hunter?
Fuck this movie.
Yep.
And Nick, waste of fucking film from you. Dusk, what about you?
Stream it.
No. All right. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was made in 1937. I want you to bear that in mind. 1937. This is the year 2024. Okay. That means from 1937, you have a history of films worldwide, of animated films that you can choose at your leisure. You have never had more opportunity to watch more than hundreds, possibly thousands of great animated films. So why would you waste a single second, a single moment? Why would you waste your hard-earned money going to the theaters for this bullshit? Crying. It's a waste of film. Don't even bother. It's not even to skip it. Because the skip it would imply, oh, it's going to happen. No, don't even look at it. Don't even worry about it. Don't it. There's so many other great animated films to watch that this is gonna be forgotten about. Nobody's gonna care. This is so bad that you brought up a good point. This is so bad that you look at, you know what? I kind of like Despicable Me 1. I thought that was kind of fun. And then you go and like, all right, it's like, Illumination's this new studio. Hey, maybe they can kind of make a niche for themselves in between DreamWorks and Disney. Oh, and then you see what wrath they brought.
Yeah, and then you see Secret Life of Pets.
Oh yeah.
Then you see
and then you see the Grinch movie, and you're like, oh god. And then you just see more and more. And Illumination, then you see Illumination buy out DreamWorks. And then you're like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That did happen.
Yeah, they own DreamWorks.
I forgot about that. That's right.
You're Bad Ape in Planet of the Apes. It's like, oh no.
So I don't know if y'all got this preview, but they showed a preview for this trailer for this movie called The Wild Robot, and that looks like so much better than this. I was just like, wow, like it's like you're giving me what I really want. By the way,
it's a better movie you could be watching.
Exactly. And I'm like, cool. I have to wait till September to see that. By the way, that Harold and the Purple Crayon trailer, holy shit, Zachary Levi. What are you doing, man? Like, oh man, that looks like shit for kids. That looks like one of those movies I'll be back in like a month. And I'm like, oh wow, this is I thought this was gonna suck, and it did suck. Yeah, y'all, don't see this. There's nothing here for you. Just yeah.
I was basically Tom. I'm basically Tom Atkins at the end of Halloween Season of the Witch. It was like, please don't, just take it off the air. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
I'm not even angry at it. I'm just like, I wasted time. Time is precious, people.
Dude, it is. Like, that's the thing. Like, I think people forget about that. Like us reviewing film. Wasting your money is one thing. Wasting your time is where it's so frustrating.
If this had made me feel like I wasted money, this would have been a skip it. This made me feel like I wasted my time. That's a wasted film.
Yeah. I just watched that movie Thelma, which is great, by the way.
Go watch an old woman chase down the guy who stole her money. Go watch that.
Yeah,
it's way more entertaining.
Yeah, 92 minutes in and out the theater. I was like,
damn,
oh, this is great. Yeah. Don't watch this, people. Just
go. You got Netflix? Go watch Ultraman.
Yes,
watch Ultraman Rising. You got Netflix? Go watch Astro Boy from 2006 or 4.
Yep.
Go watch what's the Ron's Gone Wrong.
Ron's Gone Wrong. Yeah.
Go watch the what was the Sony one? Cloudy Meatballs, but it was also the Mitchells. Go watch the Mitchells.
Mitchells vs. Machines.
You got Paramount. Watch fucking Mutant Mayhem.
Mutant Mayhem. Go watch Kubo in the 2 strings. Go watch anything from Leica. Go watch Coraline for like the 4th or 5th time. I don't care.
Yeah.
Go watch anything. Anything. There's so many great films of animation. It's not even inclusive to just CGI, 2D, stop motion. Go watch Aardman stuff like it's like the Pirates one. Go watch Flesh Away. Pirates one doesn't get talked about enough. That one's a great film. Go watch any of their stuff. Go watch Wallace and Gromit. Go watch anything.
Shaun the Sheep is fun. Watch the first Hoodwinked. That's fun.
Sure.
Yeah. There's so many options. People just don't.
1937 and on. You have plenty of options.
Yeah. It's
when
Josh,
you put it in perspectives like that, you have 1937 on, and that's just the United States.
Yeah,
you have plenty of options.
Yeah, I would watch 3 episodes of Garfield and Friends and feel very happy with my choice than ever watching this again. Like,
between this and Garfield, fucking.
I have not seen Garfield, and I'm terrified to see Garfield. I know that's gonna hurt me.
Your time.
I have to. Yeah.
Well,
you're lucky, Josh.
Despicable Me 4 there. Out in theaters right now. Box office currently, so it's on a budget of $100 million.
Don't.
It's gonna be profitable, man.
Yeah.
Box office right now is 73.7.
Yeah.
I'm don't. It's just gonna make me mad.
It's gonna make money. It won't make all the money. It won't make all the money they're hoping for, but it'll make enough money.
Exactly. It'll make enough for them to warrant another one, which is unfortunate.
Wow. So Despicable Me 4.